Hello everybody, Jake Widmer here, and welcome to REI Deal Analysis, where we're going to go over videos over properties and make sure that our numbers are solid on them to make sure that our cash buyers or our own business, if we are cash buyers ourselves, whether that is a fix and flip opportunity or a buy and hold opportunity in several different areas, subject to mobile homes, whether that's if we're wholesaling those or if we're taking them down ourselves, we're going to make sure that the numbers are on point. So basically underwriting deals. But if you like what you see, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be releasing videos left and right. So basically going over different properties, different scenarios, and really give the goods on the channel. So go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you on board. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here to start the first property. So this property right here is pending. It just went pending overnight. So it's in Scottsdale, Arizona. It was listed for $499,900. I do have a friend who did come under contract on this property, and most of the properties that we're going to be going over, I do know people who have either wholesalers or buyers themselves have taken them down under contract, at least under contract, and some have purchased them or wholesaled them again, the properties that we're going to go over. So anyhow, so this property is 2314 North 87th Way in Scottsdale, Arizona. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go over a high level way I break down these properties, the way I underwrite the properties, and what I like to do to come up with a good number to send to my buyers. And as we know right now, the market is shifting. It's becoming more of a buyer's market. So we are able to come in a lot lower on properties nowadays because properties are staying on the market longer. For on-market properties, off-market properties, obviously you're going to tend to get a better deal on that just because it's not known to everybody. So, and again, I'm sure you already know that. But the market has shifted, and quite a few of my buyers have actually wanted to segue into the buy and hold area and start building a portfolio of homes and or subject to and or mobile homes. I do have a lot of my buyers who have the majority of my buyers who have gone into the buy and hold sector. They are going into more of a mobile home situation because there's a lot of money to be made as far as cash on cash returns. So we will go over scenarios in future videos in all different realms of the residential real estate industry. So anyhow, again, this is a property in Scottsdale. What I like to do is, I just pull it up on one browser, and the browser I have here is on Zillow is set to for sale, and then I take the property and I pull it up over on another browser that is all about sold properties. So so again, $499,900. What I've done is I like to save the property, and then I just go in here, right click it, and I duplicate it, and then I can go click out of that and essentially find the property here. I like to go down to map, pull up satellite, and then just start zooming out. So I've got this set to manufactured. Let's go to houses, and oops, and 6 months. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this property here, what we have already pulled up. So this is a spreadsheet that we use in our businesses. We have quite a few, and for different property types. And I'm going to go ahead and give you, allow you to get access to these at the end of the video. So anyhow, this is for a wholesale house wholesale fix and flip, and it is an analyzer, obviously. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over here to comps and enter the property information in. Quick and easy way is just to put the sold price of the comps with the square footage. That way it kicks out a sold price per square foot. If it's a deal, you can go ahead and fill in the rest of the info if you want. It's up to you. So anyhow, we know this is a 4.2, 1,659 square feet, and the comps that we pulled up were within a half mile and within the same area here. And for time purposes on the video, I'm not going to go ahead and go into a breakdown of that, but I'll just show you exactly what we got. So we got a 1,464 square foot home sold for $735. Again, these are all within the last 6 months. The earlier, or the most recent, the better, obviously, because of the market shift. And then we got a 1,659, which is basically, well, it is the same square footage as of our subject property. And then we have another 1,659 here, sold for $730, $620. So it's kicking out an average price per square foot of $438.60 to give us an ARV of roughly $725. So what I've done here is, you look at the property, and I mean, this thing is definitely needing work. To get to these types of numbers, we're going to need to go in there and spend quite a bit of money. It's not a dump, but it definitely needs a reface on everything. I mean, this kitchen is horrendous, but you can see that this thing needs, a facelift for sure. But it's a good property. So what would I do on this? 1,659 square feet as far as rehab. We got a gut here of $60 a square foot. Lipstick $20, basic $40, destroyed $75 a square foot. Then we also have a subjective guideline, and all of this is subjective guideline, obviously. But a little over 1,500 square feet. It's saying a heavy rehab about $100,000. I've got it at $60 a square foot. No addition is needed, and this is just a number. Minimal number. I mean, you could get away with that 125 for an addition on the square footage in Atlanta, maybe a little bit more, Florida, but Phoenix is probably going to be a little bit more than that. So but we don't need an addition on this. So basically these analyzers are going to give you your rental cost here based on the square footage with the rehab dollar amount. Throw in some exterior landscape, a budget on that. We've got a zero addition, and then 15% buffer based on this and this. So we're coming out to about 120 on this for a full gut rehab to make this thing really shine. Could we get these numbers with that 120? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if this thing's done right, it's going to look really nice, and definitely could fetch that kind of a price point. So anyhow, we might want to mess around with this, maybe go down to $50 a square foot, and that kicks you about $100,000. So I think 100,000 sounds pretty good, so $50 a square foot. And again, I mean, this is all of an estimate here. You're not going to really have legit numbers unless you get a contractor in there. But having a good number like this with a breakdown and being able to send it to your cash buyer, they're going to like that, right? They're going to be very happy that we're not just saying, oh my gosh, you got this property that is worth $725 and we're going to buy it for $490, $500,000, whatever, and you're going to make $225. We see that a lot, in the wholesale industry, where wholesalers are just going in and kicking out a number that they think that is good, and then the buyers are just, kind of laughing. So these sheets are very good for this, and I'll show you exactly why here. So we're just going to say $100,000 on the renovation. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the calculations. We're going to try to sell this thing for about $725. I think a 3-month turnaround is a good spot to be in as far as a turnaround time. And essentially what this is we've got a $450,000 cash buyer price. That is not our MAO as a wholesaler. If you want to make $10,000, your wholesaler MAO would be $440, but that's based on this price. Now, let's go ahead and see if we need to adjust this any. What I like to do is I like to just go back over here and say, okay, it's $499.9. In fact, let's just start off at $480. 480, which means our MAO would be $470. Essentially what all this is you got your 2% closing costs for your buyer. Your monthly maintenance, there's no pool here, so it's $0. There's no HOA. You're not having to worry about that up front. Repairs is pulling from the other sheet, $101,000. So essentially what we've got here is a hard money loan at about 80% of the buy price and 80% of renovations. So 80% of these numbers here is about $473,000. You've got a payment at about 10% per month with 2 points up front. And then our property taxes, let's go ahead and take a look at that. $1,037, we'll say $1,050 is fine. And then your monthly insurance costs, we'll just throw $150 in there, utilities $150, and call it a day. And then you've got your selling, $150 for staging, 2% for Binzer, 2% on your listing agent, 3% on your buyer's agent. And here is what we're looking at the end of the day. So you've got your buy price, you've got your renovation costs. These are your holding costs here, which comes out to about $22,500. Here's your selling cost of about $51,000. And here is all in on what you're looking at, and kicks out a total estimated profit of about $61,000. So obviously in Phoenix or in areas where you're going to be looking at $700,000 plus dollar homes, I know buyers who are happy with a 10% ROI on it as far as on the sale price, and they have no problem making $70,000 if the numbers look good, right? There are places around the U.S. obviously we know that are in the lower ballpark range of 250s, 300s, 400s. You're going to have cash buyers that are going to want 15% on their money minimum. So you just play around with this number, and you have your relationships with your cash buyers. I don't have a relationship with your cash buyers. Well, maybe I do, but you have your relationship with your cash buyers. You know what they want, and but as a general rule of thumb, my cash buyers in the past have been okay with making 70, 80 grand on a $725,000 house. So that being said, this is only 60 grand. I'm going to try and play with this number a bit and see what we can do. So let me take it down to 460. Now again, this is the buy price for my buyer. This is my wholesale price. Wholesaler MAO. If I want to make $10,000 on the assignment, I need to make an offer for $450 and get it under contract and locked up. So now selling it to my buyer at $460 with a $725 ARV with a little over $100,000 in reno. Holding costs, you've got your selling costs. They're looking at about $82,000 profit. I think they'd be very happy with that. And now, last but not least, I kick over here to my project info. First page. This is going to give me the breakdown on everything. $725,000 ARV, $460 purchase price for my buyer, $101,000 in rehab. My loans are going to be $456 at $274, and that's based on 80% of the buy price plus 80% of reno. Here's the buyer's holding costs, and then here's their cash requirements, and that's including the down payment and holding costs. Now, projected resale price $725, cost of the sale $51,000, estimated profit. Here's their ROI. Being that it's going to be about a 3-month turnaround, this is their annualized ROI. And last but not least, this is their cash on cash return. And this cash on cash return is based on they're having to come up with $114,000 down payment cash. Here's their requirements, including the $21,000 holding costs. So this is their total requirements, $135,987. They're going to make $82,000, and then that kicks over here to 60%, 60.29%. So I hope that makes sense. Hope it helped you out on maybe being able to get better numbers for your properties that you're running numbers on yourself in your own business. If you are interested in getting these spreadsheets, we are offering them. We have 5, and that's a fix and flip for house fix and flip, house buy and hold. We have subject to analyzer. We've got the mobile home in park with an exit strategy of a seller finance. And then we also have a mobile home fix and flip with land. So offering all 5 of those right now. You can go ahead and grab those if you'd like. And you can go to bit.ly/REI sheets. That's bit.ly.com/REI sheets. And the link will be below in the first comment. So thank you so much, and make it a super day.